garlic has been dehydrating for about 15 hours. So I'm coming out here to check on it, see what the verdict is so far. All right, oh yeah, it's not ready yet. Definitely got to dehydrate for a while longer. Another update. So the garlic's been dehydrating for now about 24 hours, and we're gonna check on it. Okay, so, all right, so I don't think it's finished yet. It still has a little gummy feel, and it really needs to be totally crispy. So I probably should have chopped mine up all in very tiny pieces. It probably would have dehydrated much quicker because some of the bigger pieces have not dried completely out. But we'll keep it on here and keep going with it. And also, if I would have used this, it might have dried out a little quicker because the airflow will get through there a little better. And I do have some little pads that I can put on here that do have smaller holes, and maybe that's what I'll try next time. Good afternoon. I hope you guys are having a great day. It is Friday, finally Friday, and it's hot. And y'all, I'm a little under the weather. I think it's this humid weather. It's just been on and on and on and on and on and on, and we can't catch a break from it, and all this rain. So, I don't know. Maybe when fall hits, my head will clear a little bit. My ear feels weird today. It makes me a little paranoid because I've had this ear situation going on this past year. So I'm praying it doesn't develop into that again, but it's in the Lord's hands, right? So anyways, I'm down here and I'm gonna water and see what else I can get into before we head out tonight. And we're gonna go to family's house tonight and have dinner. But I've got to get these carnivorous plants watered. 94, not too bad. It's starting to kind of go over this way, and we're getting some shade, so it starts cooling off in here, which is pretty good. The plants appreciate it. If y'all do if anybody is considering building a greenhouse, I definitely recommend like a shaded portion somewhere in your greenhouse, whether it's built on an adjoining structure or you have shade cloth, or maybe you have like a potting shed in one part of it. It's super beneficial to have that. Tomato treat. Miss Queenie, my leghorn, she likes the tomatoes. It's her favorite. She runs through the door. What are they doing over here? I'm trying to tear up my nesting box and staple that down. Crazy birds. Now we got 4 eggs today. Good morning. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. Well, it is going to be a beautiful weekend here in East Tennessee. The humidity and the temperatures have let up a little bit. It got to 66 last night, which was amazing. We've had the muggiest, hottest summer, rainiest summer, so it's had our sinuses all tore up. I've been under the weather, I still am, so I'm just really going to take it slow today, enjoy these temperatures. I think my garlic's done. I've got to get to it today. I've got to do a little bit of cleaning outside, maybe pull a few weeds, some things that was just really hard to do in the hot weather. So I'm headed down to my greenhouse too in a minute, and I'm going to work on some succulents. I've got some cuttings I still need to repot. Just some different things around here, and enjoy the temperatures and let my body heal. So I hope you guys have a great day too, and I hope your weather's wonderful where you're at.
We've got these panels glued up. These are glued, they're done. We gotta glue these now together. That's the next step of the process. Just there. And I gotta cut some pieces for the front part where the drawers are gonna go. We're gonna do that too here before we start mowing.
Looks good. Y'all check out my beans. Looking good. Check out this sunflower. The head on this thing is massive. Look at that. It's huge. I planted some of these mammoth ones last year, and a lot of them have volunteered back here again, and this is one of them. And its head is kind of drooping down just because it's so heavy. I've been cleaning down here. I think I've got everything mopped up and cleaned. It's been needing it for a bit. And I'm gonna do some seed sorting because this is my seed station and I keep all kinds of seeds. I keep packets that I've planted, that way I can go back and, you know, reference them for dates and different things like that. And I also buy extras so I can use them next year. I do lots of seed saving off everything I grow, including flowers, vegetables, just different things I can find on clearance. I find lots of seeds on clearance. A lot of times there'll be seeds from, you know, this previous year and not the next year's seeds, and they generally do really well as far as germination goes. I will be going out pretty soon and getting some more sunflowers and taking them in here to dry. A lot of my old zinnias, I've got to get some of them too. A lot of the zinnias that are dried up out there, I'm going to bring in here, and we're going to store these as well. Some of my favorite colors I like to bring in. I bought this at Walmart in the photo section. It's very useful for storing seeds. You can mark the different types of ones and close them up in these little containers, and they just open up. It's a way to organize. And my basement is a good, cool, dark place to store them over the winter time. They do really well down here. You never know from year to year what, you know, you might not be able to find. Here again, things are getting more scarce to find these days. Even seeds. I had a hard time finding green beans this year. I'm buying some out right now down the hill in my garden, and I will be bringing them in the basement this year. But definitely a kind that I want to grow again next year, and I don't want to have to worry about finding them again. Plus, it saves money because I don't have to buy them. I also store a lot of my seeds in mason jars. I've been doing this for a while now. They do really well. I usually dry them out first on a paper towel or a paper plate, and then I put them in here for storage. And I have all kinds of seeds that I've been doing. I usually put my zinnias, which I'm about out because I used all those. But I do my tomato seeds. I ferment them first, and then I put them in the jars. I've got pumpkins, cantaloupe, you name it. I just store them in all these mason jars, which really has proven a good place for storage. Well, I'm back to the kitchen, and I've decided to do some stuff inside for a little bit. I've decided to make some fudge pies. Now, I normally make one, but I'm gonna make two because we have a dinner tomorrow at church, so I'll bring one there. But the thing is I only have one pie crust, and I'm gonna make one. I have a cutting board I've had for a long time, and there's a pie recipe on it. I'm not sure if I've ever made that recipe, but I'm gonna give it a try. We're gonna see if it's good. I'll put it in one of these glass pie pans, and that's what I'm up to. Hello, Wallace. I'm using your red mixer. Hope you're having a good day. Alright, looks pretty good. it looks like it's dehydrated pretty good. All right, let's get it inside. Currently, I'm gonna stick this in a mason jar. I'm just gonna store this like this in my mason jar, and then when I'm ready to powder it, I'll put it in my blender. So I told you all I had like an algae bloom going on in my aquarium that was over here. So I let my snails out. I put some of my snails in the pond, and then I put the rest of them in the fish tank in the basement. And I decided to put bat on it because there was just so much algae. Literally the water was that color. So I decided to make like a little terrarium for my cuttings. And I think it's gonna work out pretty good. So I just put river sand in here, and I think they're gonna do pretty good. I put them under my plant light because a lot of the echeverias, the soft succulents, they do like a lot of light, and this side of the greenhouse doesn't get as much. So we'll just kind of experiment with that and see how that works. Going to go check on my cucumbers because my cucumber plant has gotten massive. It had tons of blooms on it last week, so surely there's some cucumbers in there. Well, I think my pumpkin has kind of taken over. That's generally what that does. It usually self-seeds every year because we threw seeds down here one year, and yeah, they always come back. Pickles. Oh, nice. Okay. Good deal. Looks like I'm gonna have a lot more coming.